All right, Holiday has entered North Carolina. Now we're continuing on down the ICW, and we'll get to the Cape Fear River today. And we think we're gonna go to Carolina Beach today. So that's the plan. We're making our approach to the Cape Fear River. The part of the intercoastal that we've been on has been so skinny that it's sort of weird to see big open water like this. Well, I was hoping we'd get to sail, but there's literally zero wind. Arriving to North Carolina on the ICW was really cool. We'd left the Florida Keys over 2.5 months ago, and we're seeing a whole lot of places that we'd never been to before. After motoring up the Cape Fear River for about an hour, we turned onto Snow's Cut, which led us to our first North Carolina city, Carolina Beach. The area looked really cool, with a bunch of nice houses and docks lined with sailboats. We grabbed a mooring, and even though it had been a long day, we headed into town. Okay, we've come ashore here in Carolina Beach, and we're walking down the boardwalk. Oh man, that ride looks awesome. I think we need to do that ride. After our one afternoon in Carolina Beach, we had a short, less than 2-hour motor to our next North Carolina city, Wrightsville Beach. Lindy checked our handy-dandy guidebook so we'd know all the cool stuff to do.
The area of Wrightsville Beach along the ocean is an old-school family-style beach that has matured in a manner that makes it the envy of other seaside communities.
Awesome. With the anchor down, we were ready for some beach time, so we packed up our gear and went to shore. Here comes a big wave. Oh my goodness. Jump, Lindy, jump. The water at Wrightsville Beach is clear, blue, and beautiful. I've never seen an Atlantic beach north of South Florida with water quite like this. So today we're going to go see our friends Ren and Ashley on their boat Jade, and we're going to go on an excursion with them. Ren and Ashley are friends of ours that we met on our first year of cruising in Key West. We've stayed in touch since and saw them again in Boot Key Harbor this past winter. These guys live on their trimaran full-time with their 2 small kids. Hey! Jade is an awesome sailboat, and they've sailed her all over the Caribbean while teaching freediving lessons. We loaded up in their dinghy and headed to shore to travel inland to the northeast Cape Fear River.
You know what I did? For like 2 weeks, I just did walk.
Honey, look at the menhaden. Feet down. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got the gas. Here we go.
Every time we get to Florida, not every time, but a lot of times.
Miles from the ocean, the Cape Fear River passes Wilmington and the banks narrow. This is where Ren keeps his new project, the Hope Lee. Wow, check out this boat! The Hope Lee is a 1965 Owens Express cruiser that Ren is restoring to take people on charters and excursions.
Put battery in here, it's no good.
Okay, we got tied up here to this sailboat, and this appears to be our destination. Ren, could you tell us a little bit about what we're about to be doing here?
Okay, so we're at a place called Walker World, probably the most interesting place in New Hanover County. And we're going to play on, looks like some super-sized water slides.
All right.
And there's a pretty awesome, look!
Oh my gosh.
Ow!
Ren, are you gonna do that?
Maybe not quite that maneuver.
Ani, are you gonna do that?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Lindy may do it. I think Ani's gonna do it.
No!
What is that? Look at this place. It's pretty cool. So this Walker World place is crazy. Apparently a local artist owns a cabin on 10 acres full of neat stuff and all kinds of places to just hang out. There were people wandering around everywhere, and it seemed like anyone could just show up and join the party.
Ready? Now you're gonna untwist.
After checking out the riverfront area, we went to check out the cabin and the front yard. Ending up in bizarre, interesting places off the beaten path is one of the best parts of cruising. We had a great time with Ren and Ashley and the kids and just loved Wrightsville Beach and Wilmington.
So we got up this morning, pulled anchor, we're leaving Wrightsville Beach. It's our first bridge in North Carolina. And the approach to it is surrounded by these marinas with these very nice boats.
We made it through the bridge and continued down the scenic ICW of North Carolina. Today we were headed for an overnight at Hammock Bay on our way to the next North Carolina city of Beaufort. Alright, we're anchored here at Hammock Bay, just next to Camp Lejeune, which is a marine base. Hey there, Lindy.
Hey, it's just washing my hands, they got a little muddy.
One neat thing about Camp Lejeune is they have the Osprey airplanes that can take off and land vertically. We saw a few fly over while we were there. So we got an early morning start from Hammock. The anchor chain was a little muddy, so Lindy's cleaning it off up here. Just north of Mile Hammock Bay on the ICW is the live firing area of Camp Lejeune. There's actually signs that tell you when the lights are flashing that you should not proceed. Or I guess you might get blown up. Luckily the lights weren't flashing and we were able to go by unharmed. Back in safer waters, we passed by some cool ships and also some more Osprey planes. As we approached Beaufort, Lindy read some in the guidebook and found we'd be seeing more wild horses, as well as a really cool historic city. So the main anchorage in Beaufort was a little too crowded with moored boats. Came a little bit further up Town Creek. And there's some of the wild horses are right here. The little baby one right there. Rooftop. Wow, check this out. Blackbeard the pirate was known to anchor his Queen Anne's Revenge right here, very near Holiday. There was a huge offshore fishing tournament going on, and giant sport fish boats were everywhere. We spent a few days in Beaufort. It was just a great town. From Beaufort, we were headed to Oriental to stage for a side trip I'd been waiting for, sailing out to the Outer Banks. So we're exiting Adams Creek onto the Neuse River, and we're getting our first look here at Pamlico Sound. About 35 miles that direction is the Outer Banks. All right, so we made it across the Neuse River and we decided to come into Whitaker Creek and tie up to a marina. Okay, so we've been here at the marina for a couple of days, but we're gonna leave for Ocracoke in the morning. We've got the boat all prepped. I've been seeing blue crabs hanging on all the pylons just right next to the boat. They're just right under the water, so I thought, oh, I wonder how easy it is to catch them. So I put a net on a pole and I grabbed up 4 keepers, and we're gonna have some crab soup tonight. So I pulled out my vegetables. I've got some potatoes. I'm gonna put some lemon in there. We got mushrooms, onion, do a little pepper and carrot, and some canned corn, peas, and some squash. I got the veggie stew all going, and we got these crabs here about to go in the pot. Should be yummy. There's the finished product. What do you think? All right, time to chow down. One last meal, then we're heading to the Outer Banks.